In the headlines, Shettima attends national ceremony in Abuja to honor fallen heroes and serving troops on Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Hope rekindled for military traders as Gombe State government plans to rebuild the market destroyed back in 2021. 14 lives lost as to Lassa fever in Taraba State. And nearly 200 arrested in West Africa's crackdown on illegal gold and sand mining. Hello, good evening and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. We begin in the Federal Capital Territory as Vice President Shettima has represented President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday at the wreath-laying ceremony at the National Arcade, Abuja, to commemorate this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day. All principals of the three arms of the government were present to lay wreaths to honor the fallen heroes and those members of the armed forces still engaged in conflicts around the world. Here is State House correspondent Kehinde Amodu with more.
All traditions to mark this year's celebrations are performed with military precision and solemnity, starting with the arrival of the Vice President and the national salute. Beyond the ceremony, and as it is every year, attention turns to widows and dependents left behind by fallen heroes. Nevertheless, government is pledging to do right by military pensioners and families of those left behind by fallen heroes. This military ritual is the culmination of activities to appreciate the armed forces and the sacrifices they keep on making to keep the nation safe. Armed Forces Remembrance Day is an annual wake-up call to all Nigerians that some people are making sacrifices at the theater of war daily to ensure their safety. Some have paid the supreme sacrifice, and their dependents are left behind, and so honoring them should not be limited to just the 15th of January. From the National Arcade, Abuja, Kehinde Amodu, Trust TV News.
In a similar vein, the Nigerian Senate has written an emotional tribute in remembrance of Nigeria's fallen heroes who paid the supreme price in the line of duty. A statement signed by the Chairman Senate Committee on Army, Abdulaziz Yar'Adua, on Wednesday described the military's sacrifices for the defense of the country as selfless. Yar'Adua commended serving officers and soldiers who are currently maintaining peace and ensuring that the nation is secured and safe from internal and external aggression. He says the Armed Forces Remembrance Day reminds all of the importance of unity, patriotism and selflessness, virtues he says the nation must continue to work to protect. And the Kano State government has assured that it will sustain special programs to support ex-servicemen in the state. At the wreath-laying ceremony to mark the 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day, the State Deputy Governor Aminu Abdulsalam highlighted the importance of honoring those who sacrificed for the nation's peace and security. He emphasized that Kano's state government's enduring peace fosters safety for all, and reaffirmed the state government's commitment to continuous collaboration with relevant security agencies in the country.
It's a very important day. The celebrations are very important to tell everybody around that yes, we are proud of our fallen heroes and that they are being remembered, and that everybody should know that it does not mean that when you depart, you are forgotten. We will continue to be remembered. They will continue to be celebrated as we have done today, as we have been doing over the years. As you must have known, Kano is highly cosmopolitan. Yet, everybody is coming to Kano because everybody knows and believes that there is peace in the state.
Away from the commemorations, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has raised concerns that the federal government is withdrawing funding to the education sector through the Nigeria Tax Reform Bills of 2024 pending before the National Assembly. The coordinator of ASU Kano Zone, Professor Abdul Qadir Muhammad, told a press conference in Kano that the move to kill the Tertiary Education Fund, TED Fund, through the tax reforms would, quote, be destructive to the survival of public tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Muhammad says TED Fund is ASU's brainchild, sometime dating back to 1992 when the union accepted the challenge thrown at it by the Babangida-led regime to propose sustainable means of funding Nigeria's public education sector, while adding that ASU's recommendations culminated in the creation of Education Tax Fund that later metamorphosed into TED Fund in 2011.
We have seen the trend where universities have started, public universities at federal and state levels, have started increasing registration fees, which are mainly service charges. But if you remove TED Fund and scrap it with NEL Fund, you are now telling the universities to go and look for money to build laboratories, to build classes, to build hostels and what have you. The government is trying to systematically withdraw from funding of these universities, to tell the universities to go and take care of themselves, and the final implication will be fee increment. And once you push the student to go at the universities to go and look for money, the easiest way for these universities to look for money is to introduce tuition. And that is when this student will now be pushed to go and collect money from NEL Fund and what have you as a loan.
In Gombe State, the Kantoma market in Ileri is set for a revival as the state government unveils plans to rebuild the market destroyed during the 2021 Ileri crisis. The announcement has brought renewed hope to traders who had lost their means of livelihood in the aftermath of the crisis. However, alongside the excitement is a call for fairness in reallocation of shops when the project is completed. Trust TV's Hassan Kohli has more.
Once a vibrant hub of commerce, the Kantoma market was reduced to rubble, leaving hundreds of traders stranded. The government's decision to rebuild has reignited optimism in the community.
As we went around with you, you see how my people were happy. They were jubilating because the market has become a real challenge in building local government. And also in terms of revenue, we are not getting it easy to take our revenue from the marketers because this is an open place. But when coming with the building of the fencing of the market, it can generate more revenue to the people of Gombe State, to the people of the local government. And also it will help our businessmen because when we went around, they were jubilating because they are selling the properties outside, which is not supposed to be so. So I'm very, very happy when you build this thing. It will increase the rate of marketing in Biliri local government. Each market we used to get like 500,000, 550, 600. And I believe when we build all these shops, we can get 1 million by the grace of God.
The traders, while grateful for the reconstruction efforts, are emphasizing the need for a fair and transparent reallocation process. We are happy about the reconstruction, but we want the government to carefully identify and reallocate shops to those who were here before the crisis. I also urge my fellow traders to cooperate fully with the authorities. This market is our livelihood. We just want a transparent process so everyone gets their shop back, because there are rumors that some traders might lose their allocation after the project is completed. The Joint Project Development Agency is set to commence work soon with promises of modernized market to revitalize trade and commerce in the region. While excitement grows, the traders' concerns highlight the need for a rebuilding process rooted in transparency and inclusivity. From Gombe, Hassan Koli, reporting for Trust TV.
Staying in the northeast, 14 people have died from Lassa fever in Taraba State. Similarly, there are 84 cases of suspected Lassa fever, out of which 33 have been confirmed by authorities. Reports say the deaths and the cases were recorded in the state within the last 3 months. Head of Clinical Services at the Federal Medical Center, Jalingo, Dr. Kuni Joseph, disclosed the figures, noting that 6 of the deaths occurred last week. Dr. Joseph says, however, that 9 patients have been successfully treated and discharged, while 6 other patients are still on admission at the Federal Medical Center in Jalingo. At least 7 farmers have lost their lives in an auto crash along the Kutigi-Batati stretch of the Bida Mokwa Road in Lavun local government area of Niger State. The incident occurred when a dark blue Toyota Corolla had a head-on collision with an unregistered white truck at Panti village. According to eyewitnesses, the collision reportedly happened after the Corolla tried to maneuver and overtake another vehicle, encountering the oncoming truck head-on. Sources say the victims were displaced farmers who had fled insecurity in Niger East and resettled in Dasun village via Jipang in Lavun local government area of the state to continue their farming activities after being pushed away from conflict-ridden areas of Shiroro, Munya, Paikoro and Rafi local government areas. Quite unfortunate scenes there. Now, states in the southwestern part of Nigeria say they are strategizing to address the reported influx of bandits and fighters from the Islamic State's West Africa province into the southwest region. The Oyo State Governor, Sheyi Makinde, had warned last week that bandits fleeing military operations in the northwest were seeking refuge in the state, raising the concern at the 2025 annual interfaith service for workers held at the Secretariat Agodi in Ibadan. Governor Makinde says governors of the region were working to find and deal with the terrorists. The Ogun State government also said it had contacted relevant security agencies, including the Nigerian military and police. The Department of State Services recently arrested 10 suspected members of ISWAP in Ilesha in Osun State. Now, the arrests came to public knowledge when the DSS sought an order of a federal high court in Abuja to detain suspects for 60 days, an order Justice Emeka Nwite granted last Friday. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Still to come. Recycling sacks from storing grains to essential cleaning tools in northern Nigeria. We'll tell you more about this story and many others up ahead after the break. Welcome back to the news. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Let's take another look at our top stories. Vice President Kashmir Shettima attends the national ceremony in Abuja to honor fallen heroes and serving troops on this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Hope rekindled for traders in Biliri as the state government is set to unveil the rebuilt market destroyed in 2021. Under State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has relieved members of the State Executive Council of their jobs with immediate effect. Now, this was contained in a statement issued by the governor's spokesperson Ebenezer Adeniyi to reporters in Akure on Wednesday. In the statement, the governor directed affected cabinet members to hand over all government properties in their possession to the accounting officers. Governor Aiyedatiwa, however, exempted the Attorney General and the Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Kayode Ajulo, SAN, and the Commissioner for Finance, Omoumi Isaac, due to the critical nature of their jobs, according to the statement. Well, the governor had won the November 16 governorship election in the state after beating his main rival, PDP's Agbola Ajayi, to emerge winner in the last governorship election. By February 2025, Aiyedatiwa is expected to be sworn in as the 5th democratically elected governor of the state. Well, sacks play a vital role in our daily lives, with their primary use being for storage of farm produce, especially grains. However, their use extends beyond storage, as these durable materials are also being repurposed into effective cleaning tools, commonly known as isgambuhu in northern part of the country. Here's the report.
These vibrant creations you see here are dusters, locally crafted from discarded sack bags, known as isgambuhu. They are a testament to the ingenuity of northern artisans. Sack bags manufactured from polypropylene and high-density polyethylene resins have become ubiquitous in Nigeria due to the increasing reliance on plastic for packaging. Industries across the country utilize these bags for storing and transporting various goods, including beans, groundnuts, and garri. However, recognizing their potential beyond their primary purpose, many resourceful individuals in the northern region have transformed these discarded bags into functional and aesthetically pleasing dusters. These handcrafted isgambuhu are particularly popular among market traders, who use them to effectively clean and dust their merchandise. To understand the significance of isgambuhu, we spoke with residents in Lagos who shared insights into their origin, uses, and even their export to neighboring countries.
So this thing have been used is a handmade duster. It has been used with bags, just say like sacks, and rubber with that's knee. So it will stay long, like let's say 1 year.
This one you go produce from sack. This one. So now say this is a natural business, local business. You say sometimes if you come from north, so you no get ordinary money, so you go buy sack from company, you go come out one by one, you go do one with business. Sometimes people you go buy this one, you go use them, come out the tea.
This thing coming from Kano, so that's what we do and small. Some people they will come and buy am. They come and buy am for us. So they carry and go Ghana, so they carry and go Maiduguri, so they carry and go whatever Niger, whatever they carry and go. So this thing we are selling, we are not selling it. Some we sell some 1,000 naira, 500 naira, 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. That's what we sell. We are selling it.
It's our local handmade duster. It has been made with, you can see, with sacks and rubber to tie it, and some small woods to hold it, with a nail have been nailed. So it has been, we are using it to clean our duster, most especially during dry season.
Isgambuhu, the locally made duster from northern Nigeria, proves to be an effective and eco-friendly cleaning solution. These handcrafted dusters are not only utilized in homes for cleaning furniture and other surfaces, but also find application in the transportation sector, where they are used to ensure passengers' comfort by keeping vehicle seats clean.
To developments on the international scene, an operation targeting illegal gold mining in Burkina Faso, Gambia, Guinea and Senegal has led to nearly 200 arrests, as well as seizures of dangerous chemicals, explosives and drugs. Interpol, which coordinated the West Africa police operation dubbed SANU, announced this on Tuesday. The United Kingdom's Home Office also participated in the effort, which uncovered the extensive networks behind the illicit activity. At least 150 kilograms of cyanide, 325 kilograms of activated carbon and explosive devices were confiscated. The West Africa Police actions also marked the first time they combated illegal sand mining in the Gambia. Talking sports now, former Nigeria's international Sylvanus Okpala has told Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell that he must do everything possible to qualify the senior national team for the 2026 World Cup. Okpala, who made this known in a chat with sports journalists, also says the Nigeria Football Federation has the right to appoint any coach they desire for the Super Eagles job. He also pointed out that the NFF must take full responsibility if things fail to go as planned. Okpala noted that it will be disastrous for Nigeria football if the Super Eagles fail to qualify for the second time in a row to the World Cup. He admitted that while it is becoming difficult to qualify, it is not impossible, as the country still has 6 games left to qualify. Well, that is it. You're up to date with the latest news stories at this hour. Feel free to follow us across our social media platforms to stay in touch. Also visit our website, trusttv.com, for the latest programs, news and documentaries. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. Thank you for watching.